Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the play for game one. Opponent mulligans down to 6. I keep 6. Well, Wooded Foothills, Utopia Sprawl. We don't know what we're up against. We're playing to the blinds. We'll go Forest for green. And we're hoping to see a 7-mana value spell off the top, so we can go Ice Till on 2. Fetch, Flooded Strand, 19 for Sacred Foundry. Okay. Is this energy? Looking like energy, so it's possibly just go Lab on 2 regardless. Draw. I mean, now I kind of wish I went red. I'm gonna go Rumble. Commercial District. Trigger. Commercial District. Always yield. Stomping Ground. I'll put it on top. I'll put it into Yard, actually. Yeah, I'll put it into Yard. And we'll pass. And we'll hold. So we have a K return next turn. Let's see. We play the Lab. So we cast Ice Till. I guess it depends. We might actually want to hold the spawn. Surveil trigger. Excuse me. If you find a 7-mana value spell, we can cast both Ice Till and K Return. We can trigger attack down to 18. Yep, that's fine. Always yield, always yield. Draw, sprawl. Sprawl's a whiff. So, as it stands, we can play Ice Till into Stomping Grounds, into Wooded Foothills, so it's not good enough. So, target, red, lab, no imprint, and hold. Let's see if they attack first. Land. Hoping they overextend in this K return. Looks like they will. And is that a bombardment? It is in response. K return and pass. And whatchamacallit, Ragavan, that's fine. So we can exile Ragavan. So let's start with Ice Till. Play Lab. Triggers. No imprint. Done. Always yield. There's Airghast in Yard. We'll go Wooded Foothill. Trigger. Mycospawn. Fetch. Forest. Trigger. K command. Scry draw. Exile. Exile Ragavan. And done. Emrakul, top and draw, and pass. And pass 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have Emrakul next turn on 5. Voice Victory, sure. No reason for us to sweep the board of the Emrakul. Discharge, yep, you got it. That is fine by me. Elegant Parlor, Surveil, Flage to Yard. Also A-OK by me. Draw, World Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Emrakul. Triggers. Always yield. No, no, Raise yield. Our turn, comrade. Draw. Sacred Foundry. Go to main. Cast Flage. White, white. Oh, white, red, red, white. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And done. Should be just 5. Must have clicked wrong somewhere. Flage 3 at self. Triggers. And then bombardment, target self, sack voice. Bombardment, target self, sack flage. Until end of turn. No Sacred Foundry. I guess it does put him to 13. Yeah, why not? Shock, 13, lethal on board. We pass. And pass. You'd need specifically a fetch here. Static Prison, I guess, a Johnny. That doesn't do anything. Yep, that's a lethal damage friend. You're at 13 exactly. Combat. And swing. And lethal. Alright, perfect. Clean win against energy. Let's go to sideboard. We want K return. We want dismember. We can pretty much keep as is for lands. Cut rumble. Cut airgast. Because we want sire. Worldbreaker is kinda meh. But I think between the K returns, dismembers, we should be fine. We don't need to turbo out an Emrakul. Alright. I will keep. Love to see a 7-mana value spell. Put mulligans down to 6. We'll pass in full. Keep 6. And what's your turn 1 play? Arid Mesa, fetch, Sacred Foundry, shock. If the Ragavan, I think we need to hold the Dismember, unfortunately. It is not. It's a Pride. Okay, we can work around Pride. Draw. Might go, in that case, Forest. Sprawl. For red or for green? I'm thinking for green, question mark. No, we'll go red. I guess we draw into K return. And pass. And pass. Again, would love to see a 7-mana value spell. That we have the K command. Otherwise, we have the Talisman next turn. Voice. Onslaught Pride. Triggers. And draw. Ghost Quarter. Not what I wanted to see. So in that case, we can play the Sanctum. We can play the Talisman. We can cast Dismember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I think we either need to take out the Voice of Victory or take out the Ocelot Pride. I'm thinking the Ocelot Pride here. And pass. And pass. Again, not ideal, but I think it was necessary. Shock to 16. Bombardment, yeah. I guess maybe taking out the Voice would have been better. Potentially. We'll take, what is that? 4 down to another 2 down to 9, so 6 damage. We have K command to deal with the voice. Draw, sprawl. So we can play Ghost Quarter. We can play Sprawl. Let's see, K command, ramp, exile. Oh, okay. Let's tap like this. See, I want to go deeper, but I think I need to play it a bit safe. X equals 2 instead of 3. Voice of Victory down. We'll make a spawn, make 2 spawns so we can block. We have 2 cards in hand. Bombardment. Down to 8. Utopia Sprawl for a second green. And at that point we'll pass. We can block with the spawns. Worst case scenario, by and large, of course, is a Johnny. Next turn we can kick Myco spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Paying cost 4. Pyro. Pyro pitch 2. There's Ocelot Pride, Flage, Windswept Teeth, 1 in hand. Go to attacks. I will block for spawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. We'll block. So next turn I can... Well, that's interesting. I do need to deal with Flage though, so we'll play the lab. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No imprint unless I want a Ghost Quarter as well. I guess I could. Yeah, it might not be a half bad idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll do that. Kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one over. In that case, get rid of the Sacred Foundry. And then we'll Bajuka Bog. Target you. No more Flage. And then hold. Say, we didn't need to tuck the Sire, realistically speaking. Forgot about this generating 3 instead of 2. End step, do you surveil? You do. Perfect. Keep it on top or into yard. On top, Ghost Quarter, target Elegant Parlor, pass and full. So now you either shuffle it away or you take a land. They shuffle it away. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I should not have tucked the Sire because now there's a possibility where I don't have enough mana for it. Block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Block. 2 down to 6. Down to 5. Flage, helix me, so it didn't matter in the end. Unfortunate. Alright. You got there. So in that case, we'll cut the gemstone and bring back an Airghast. Run it back. I wonder if maybe the Rumble's better than the Airghast in this specific instance. On the play for 3. I will keep, or just looking to draw into something. Mycospawn would be good. K-Command would be good. 8 hits there alone. I'll take a Rumble even, because we'll play Talisman into Rumble. Alright. Stomping Ground, Shock, Utopia Sprawl for red or for green. Let's go for green. And pass, and pass. So next turn we can play Temple, Talisman, Talisman, ramp that way, down to 18, Ragavan. So we'll dismember the Ragavan. A little bit painful, but is necessary. So in that case, I will play... Play Temple. Play Talisman. Cast Rumble. Grab Talisman. And I will hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if they play anything main phase before attacking with Ragavan. A Johnny. Okay. So we will block the Ragavan. Do we dismember the Ragavan or dismember the Johnny is the question. Go to attacks. Go to blocks. Let's just dismember it now. Yeah, we'll dismember the Ragavan down to 14. And at that point, pass. Draw. Mycospawn. Perfect. Play the lab. No imprint kick. Kick Mycospawn, kick Foundry. And we will surveil. Yes. Surveil trigger. K command top and pass. So next turn we can exile the Johnny. Arid Mesa. Attack with the cat. No blocks. No attack. Even though it has pseudo hex or pseudo unblockable. Draw. So what I'll do here is we're going to attack. The block of the cat, a Johnny will trigger. No blocks of the cat? Well, that's surprising. In that case, I will cast Talisman, question mark? No, we'll hold. Fetch Arid Mesa. In response. Don't want that a Johnny flipping. So in that case, we have Airghast, we have Sire, Shifting Woodland. So we can Airghast out of Sowing Mycospawn. Sweep the board. So let's bottom the Ice Till. I'm thinking we go top, 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 top and draw, and pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Surveil trigger, Flasian Yard. Okay. 4 in hand. Maybe I should have put... And respect may should have put Ergast and Sire instead. Wear Tear, that's still fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're still good for the Ergast then. We'll take the 2 down to 12. We'll draw. Shifting Woodland will come into play untapped. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can still play Talisman. In fact, I could play another Talisman. As long as I have 4 plus that, yeah. Combat. Attack. Down to 11, emerge. Ergast can sometimes be a bit hit or miss, but when it does result in plays like this, it is pretty good. Is it worth clearing right now? Probably not. No. So fresh hand, I think actually going for the Sire here is correct. Play Sire, and still no. And pass, because now we can Shifting Woodlands for Ergast if we want. And emerge that way. They can't haste. 3, Flage, Helix me, down to 8. But the Sire's going to put a lot of pressure, not to mention the Soin Mycospawn's going to Bajuka Bog them. So we're in a decent position here. No attacks, obviously. And draw. World Breaker. So we can start with Mycospawn. One, 2. Mycospawn, kick, Arena of Glory. And opponent scoops it up, we'll take the win. Alright, pretty solid. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. I will keep... So we're going to go for Ice Till here and just try and ramp. Yep, that looks right. Uggin's Lab. Imprint. Cast Talisman, pass. And pass. Bloodstained Mire, fetch. No Thoughtseize on 1, good. K return, shock. Ice Till. A bit of a painful turn, admittedly. Ice Till ETBs. Gemstone Trigger Mill. Bloodstained Mire, fetch, Fatal Push. Watery Grave, shock, Fatal Push. Which is fine. We got our ramp off. So, c'est la vie. And mill, Stomping Ground, passing. Love to see a Mycospawn K command here. Pluto Delta, fetch. Are we going to see a Froge? I might put this K return into yard early just so we can trigger it with the Sire. This starts to look like it might be Reanimator, which is a bit scary. Faithless Looting, yeah, definitely Reanimator. But no targets in yard, so that's promising. Draw, Sprawl. Sprawl on Stomping Ground. Does it resolve? We'll go double green or double red. We'll go double green. Play lab. No imprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're one short. A little bit unfortunate. We could prime the sire, though there's a risk to doing so if we whiff on the land. Not to mention, it might be better for us to hold on the off chance they do get an Archon on board. And it might be better for us to hold, strangely enough. Is it a frog? It's a frog. Well, now I kind of want to force on the pitch hand. Interesting. End step. K return. Do you pitch card for frog? Three. We have more 7-mana value, like we have more lands and 7-mana value spells. So that's the question, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can't play Emrakul, but if we draw into a land, we can play Sire. And then force them to pitch the final 3. I will return Sire to hand. Let's see an untapped land. Draw. Shock. And triggers. Always yield. Do you want to pitch your hand? Fetch. Watery Grave, shock. 11. Blue. Thought Scour. Okay. Aachen Yard. Do you pitch the final 3? Yes. Frog down. Sire on board. Will pass. And pass. Oculus. Oculus is fine, because we can apply a lot of pressure here through the Oculus. Always yield. And draw. We'll play the Verdant Catacomb so we can go surveilling. And combat. Down to 4, up to 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll pass. Fetch, surveil, down to 3. So now Sire has pseudo hexproof Thought Scour. Emperor Bones in Yard. Thankfully still no Archon. Archon is the concern. Pause on end step. Blue Thought Scour. Nope. Faithless Looting. Okay. Flashback. Draw 2. Pitch 2. You would need Land Persist and Archon in hand. There's Archon. Do you have Land Persist? Undercity Sewers, they do not have Land Persist. Alright. End step fetch down to 20. Surveil. Trigger. Mycospawn on top so we can Bajuka Bog. Trigger. They will need to double block here. Combat. They'll need to block the Auk and a Manifest. Yep, it has Menace Friend. And opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. So this is Reanimator. Win for game 1. Let's move to sideboard. We're going to want Soulish Jailer, Dismember. We can cut Rumble. I'm thinking Sire, though, while it did Karis there, is probably one of the weaker 7-mana value spells here. Because Archon just absolutely dumpsters on it. I wonder... I'm not sure if Ghost Quarter locking is going to be right here. I think maybe we drop the Ghost Quarter here and run it back like this. K-Return is relevant because even an Archon, after being persisted, will have 5 toughness. So we do get the K-Return into Yard and then exile it. We can clear the board. Alright, let's run it back. I mean, double Soulless Jailer is looking pretty nice. If we draw into a 7-minute value spell, that's turn 1. I will keep. And pass. We have 9 7-minute value spells. Draw. Ice Till, Wooded Foothills, pass. Put a pause on end step. Scouting Tarn, fetch 19. Watery Grave, shock for a Thought Scour. And Persist Frog. Put a pause on end step. Raucous Theater, Surveil. Thoughtseize in Yard, and passing. Second main Thoughtseize. Unearth Frog. Okay. Fetch Wooded Foothills, Commercial District trigger. Bajuka Bog. I do want the Bog eventually. That's a bit awkward. Though I guess we can always Ice Till it, so 2 Yard with you. Draw. K command. In that case, Forest and Jailer pass. You need a subtlety. No subtlety. We'll pass. Of course, Fatal Push is an option, but I imagine they cut Fatal Push here. Faithless Looting. Archon in Yard. Jailer is stopping them. Thoughtseize sees K command for days. A second Jailer. I imagine they might take the Jailer. There also is some thought to take the Ice Till, so it stops me from grabbing the Bajuka Bog from Yard next turn if we draw into a 7-minute value spell. Yeah, that is fair and reasonable. 3 cards in hand, meaning that they can float and attack over. Trigger, not much I can do about that. And draw. Reverting Catacomb, I will cast Rumble. You have a Spell Snare, no Spell Snare. Instead, I'll find Temple. Play Temple, cast second Jailer. And pass. So currently there really should be no way for them to deal with the Jailers effectively. I do wonder if I should have Verdant Catacombs for a Forest, though, just in case they play the Harbinger, but c'est la vie. Probably would have been wise. But if they had the Harbinger in hand, they would have went for a basic, I think. Another Frog, Emperor Bones. Do we have a land for the Archon? They do not. That is very lucky of us. Now they know about the K command, so I imagine they have something here. Do you float? You float. Okay. So no blocks. We need to deal with the Archon, not the Archon, the Emperor Bones. Oh. Well, that's awkward. Okay, well that works. So in that case, I'll play the Verdant Catacombs. And we will attempt to Scrydraw Exile. Let's Scrydraw Exile. I guess we should do it on end step. End step. No, I guess we have to do it now. Scry draw exile. Exile bones. And done. Fetch. Them attempt to adapt. Shock 11. Consign in response. Fetch for a Stomping Grounds or a Forest. I suppose a Stomping Grounds for a double red. Yeah, I suppose. And Dismember. It is a bit painful, though, is the only problem. So Emperor Bones down, Consign out. We at least got that out of the way. So no Archon. They can float hit me for 5. We have a second K command that they do know of. Red looting. And another Archon to Yard. You have another Emperor Bones. Float Frog, attack for 1. Pitch Unearthed, since it is a dead card. Down to 8. 3 in hand, 2 in hand. Scouting Tarn fetch, basic. Island, no. Would have been a swamp if Harbinger. Wait, why didn't you go swamp? Unless you already have the swamp in yard? Maybe. Draw. Stomping Grounds. And pass. Well, that is awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, if they just float frog, pitch 2, then they can just win. Okay. And draw. Shifting Woodland. Pass. Yeah, the K command is in a bit of an awkward place right now. Archon to Yard. Or rather, exile, float 2. I mean, I can only imagine they have some number of consigns in hand, so I'm doubting that I'll be able to win. They also could have just won at any point there. Like, what are they worried about? Emperor Bones. Wait. Very confused. I will concede. Alright. I mean, lock them out of what they wanted to do, but the Harbinger kind of burned us. We'll cut the gemstone, bring back in the ghost quarter, question mark. Yeah, let's do that. Run it back. Again, the dismembers are sometimes a bit rough because of how just painful they are. Maybe it would have been better off to have just dismembered first and held the K command for the following turn. Yes. Though then again, then they could have adapted. Yeah, maybe not. Yes, on the play for game 3. I I will keep. Would love to see a 7 advice spell off top for the K command X1 on 2. Unswept Teeth. Pass. Pause on end step. Imagine if they do Thoughtseize on 1, they still take the K command. Speaking of, Thoughtseize on 1. Yep, takes the K command. I'd be surprised if they didn't. I am surprised. Okay. Fetch Windswept Teeth for Commercial District trigger. Ghost Quarter to Yard. And draw. Perfect. Tuck the Airghast. Hold K command, X1. Fetch Bloodstained Mire, 15. Surveil, question mark? Nope. Blood Crypt Shock, 13. Frog. Looting. Looting, pitching what? Pitching Archon and Unearth. In response, I will scry draw exile cards in yard and done. Unfortunately, this means I can't grab the Archon. K return bottom draw. Yeah, I'd need a Mega Spawn, K command, something to that degree. The K return does not do enough. Airghast, Unearth fails. And pass, draw, rumble. We could rumble. I will Stomping Ground Shock. Let's start with Ice Till. And then Ghost Quarter or Windswept Teeth. I think we need to go Windswept Teeth. Trigger Mill. Sanctum to Yard. And pass. Put a pause on end step. Actually, I guess we should hold. Should hold on the off chance that they cast a Harbinger. That looks like a Persist. Yep, there's the Persist. And we pitch. I'm going to say probably Ice Till here, honestly. Though, this kind of is rough no matter how I look at it. Maybe the Airghast? If we play the Ice Till, we can ramp some. We'll pitch the Airghast. Looted Delta fetch for what? Swamp Thoughtseize. Put a pause on end step. Imagine they take the Rumble. Yep. Fetch 13. Stomping Ground tap. Maybe a Force would have been right. Draw. World Breaker. Green. Colorless. Ice Till. Windswept Teeth. Mill. Always Yield. Windswept Teeth. Fetch. Forest. Trigger. I need a K return in yard, honestly. Windswept Teeth. Fetch. Windswept Teeth. Fetch. And Stomping Grounds tapped at this point? Probably. No, actually, Second Forest might be right. Mill. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I mean, we have enough for Emrakul now. We just need to draw into it is the problem. We pitched the World Breaker. We can't bring it back to hand. So we need something here. Down to 3. Frog. It's a frog, so we need an Emrakul. Pitch Harbinger on Earth. Yeah, that's that. That's that. I don't think any of my draws will save me now, unfortunately. Nope. And definitely not that. Won't concede. Maybe I should have let the Oculus hit board. That probably would have been more manageable by comparison than the Archon. So maybe like the lesser of two evils in that regard. Yeah. So, bit of a mistake on my part, I'd argue. But that said, we'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. We're looking at a turn 2 Ice Till. Sacred Foundry Shock looking like energy again. Ragavan. Could be Zoo as well. We'll fetch, Forest, Sprawl, Green, Pass, and Pass. Ragavan hits. What does Ragavan find? Ragavan accidentally passed through combat. Hashtag only on Moto moment. I hate Moto sometimes. Felt that. Why did it lag on the click but not on the pressing one? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like energy. We draw. They would have hit a Stomping Grounds, which I would not have cared about at all, but it would have given them another white source. Ice Till. Play Temple. Mill. Cake Man. Kind of wish I held that, but it is another typing yard, admittedly. We'll pass. I guess maybe that would have been a reason to actually go for the Misty Rainforest so I could have surveilled. Thraben Charm, rude as hell. 4 types in yard. Ragavan hits K return. Would have liked that in yard. Draw. Rumble. Let's start with Rumble. We have green. We don't have double green, admittedly. How do you want to proceed? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even if we put 7 into, or another 3 types in yard, this would be 1, 2, 3. I will rumble. Rumble finds what? This way we have access to double green for the Ice Till. We also could go Shifting Woodlands, admittedly, but we'll go Ice Till. And then I will play Stomping Grounds tapped or Lab. I think Lab at this point. Wait. I'm a fool. I'm sitting here saying I have double green, but I need to play the frickin' land. For God's sake. Pass. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pass in full. We'll probably block the Ragavan then. Screw it. Ping cost for Flage. They've already Thraben Charm, Season Pyro. Again, we'll block the Ragavan. Trigger, pitch 2. Flasian Yard. And float the monkey. Most likely. Yeah, in that case, no blocks. Take the 4, or take the 5 down to 11. We should have had Emrakul this turn. I'm just a fool. Because I would have had... Let's see. Let's say down to 9. We would have had the Ice Till, so I guess up to 10. We would have had the Ice Till, had the Lab on board. Let's say theoretically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I guess they would have killed the Ice Till most likely. Draw. There's K return. So we are going to need a red source because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11. Yeah. So in that case, cast the Ice Till. Play Shifting Woodland. No, play Misty Rainforest first. First off and foremost. Trigger. Aragaston Yard. Play Shifting Woodland. Oh, we're so close, but so far away. Because we can Shifting Woodland the Airgast, but then we don't have the Emrakul in hand. Unfortunate. But Jukabog would have liked to be able to play that, admittedly. So we have the K return. We don't want to cast it right away, though. We don't want to cast the K return right away because otherwise they're going to haste. We're going to take 4 down to 7 minimum. If they have a fetch, they win. Yeah, sometimes pre-sequencing in my head, I'm like, oh, I've already played the land that I need to play the Ice Till. And then absolutely just fumbled it. Fetch. Shock. Trigger. Oh, look, that's Emrakul. And return. Pass. So Ragavan and Ice Till are left. We'll take 4 down to 4. Ragavan hits. If you have a Johnny, you win. No Johnny, we draw. Rumble. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can Bajukabog, get rid of Flage. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need just a untapped land. So go, confirming one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Lab trigger. Ice Till. No imprint. Done. Return Emrakul to hand. Cast Emrakul. Emrakul. Triggers. Always yield. Always yield. He sacrificed the monkey. We'll be down to 3. Bombardment, I'll always yield, because not like I can do much about it. No. ETBs, play the Bajukabog. Bajukabog, target you. Always yield, no Flage, and a Temple and Yard. I will attack for 2. Down to 18. We do have lethal next turn. Flage in hand. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Goblin Bombardment. So what I can do is this. We can exert. We can play Flage. Flage triggers target self. Bombardment target self sack Flage. And that's neutral. And at this point, I will pass and pass. They only have 2 mana. They have Bombardment. They have Fable. Discharge doesn't do it because we have the Airghast of the Shifting Woodland. So Shifting Woodland, Airghast. Green, green. Shifting Woodland. Combat for 19. And we just narrowly squeaked it out. Criminy. Alright, let's go to sideboards. That was pretty bad. Almost punted that. So we will bring in Dismember, K return, cut, rumble, cut, Airghast. Probably run it back like that. Run it more like a traditional E-ramp build. Yeah, let's do that. All right. And on the draw, I mean, would love to see a K command. Would love to see a lab. I'll keep it. We'll pass. Sacred Foundry, Shock. Ragavan would be the worst case scenario. There's the Ragavan. We draw. Second Emrakul, not what I wanted. Temple will pass. Molten Rain, Blood Moon would be unfortunate. Actually, Blood Moon would be okay. Molten Rain would suck. Molten Rain would be big sad. Blood Moon, fine. That is fine. I can still play this K return. That is okay. We still have colorless. We still have red. We're okay with this. And they're also off of white outside of their treasures. Okay. This is okay. We're okay. So if you use your treasure for white, that's fine. What wouldn't be fine? Oh, you cast my Rumble? Well, that's rude. You actually have access to everything. Wait, you're playing a Soul Guide Lantern? Weird. Alright. Soul Guide Lantern eats my Rumble. And draw. Lab. We'll play Stomping Grounds. I'll cast Talisman. And we'll hold. So now we can K return, and that should cut them off of white sources unless they find a basic plains. Combat, K return, and pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're short 1 of the Emrakul. Second main, Marsh Flats red. This thing about Blood Moon, you have to be careful. And that is 6. That's so funny. Kick. Kick, Myco Spawn, we'll kick, what? Opponent's just gonna scoop it up at that point. Yeah, you have to be careful about your Blood Moons and energy because of this exact situation. You do not want to put yourself in a position where you have 0 white sources because they were leaning heavily on the Ragavan sticking on board. And that K return 1000% saved us. All right, well, we'll be back for match 4. All right, we're back for match 4 on the draw for game 1. We're looking for a Lab or Utopia Sprawl. Those would be the best draws here. Speaking of the devil, and it shall appear. We'll tuck a Sire, cast a Talisman, and pass. So this way, next turn we can go Myco Spawn into... I'm thinking Sanctum of Ugin. Yeah, Sanctum of Ugin seems right, so we can then go for the Emrakul line. Hallowed Fountain Shock. Is this Frog? It's Frog. And in that case, we do need double red. So Stomping Ground, Shock, Myco Spawn, cast. And 1, 2, 3, 4, Airghast. 1, 2, 1, 2 left over. 1 in yard, 3. So actually, will we have enough? We might not have enough now that I think about it, because we'll have 4, 5, 6. 6. Then we sack 1, 2. So 6 down to 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Yes, we will have enough. So we'll go Sanctum. Sanctum and pass. And pass. We're going to go for the Airghast line next turn. This looks like Murktide. Playing Esper for pest control. Solitude. Nope, Goryo's. I lied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're short on the Sire. That's kind of rough. Pitch Riddler. And Quantum Riddler. Draw 2. Rude as hell with the Solitude. What did you pitch, by the way? Flicker Wisp? Oh, no. It is Blink. And then fetch. Gala Shrine. Shock. What the hell are you doing now? Flicker Wisp? Or Ephem? Yep. So this is Blink. We're in a rough position. They're going to draw additional 2, pitch 1. Yeah, Frog plus Riddler is kind of nuts. You can just draw... How many cards did they draw that turn? I think they drew like 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 there. Not their draw step. Draw. Breaker. In that case... Yeah, I was thinking this was Murktide, not Blink. It's my bad on that one. Surveil. Shifting Wood. Top question mark. Yeah, Shifting Wood. Top. And pass 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, one short. Do we go World Breaker, Sire, 7 deaths? Sire feels kind of bad. What are you looking at for... They could pitch 2. So they can pitch 2 up to 7. Draw 2. That'd be 11. Up to 3. They can push me down to 4. Push me down to 2. Is that right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can push me down to 2. Maybe I should have played it safer since I was into the blind and went for the E-Temp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we would have had enough for the E-Temp. Actually, can they win? They might be able to win. Pitch 2 a Frog, then Ephem Riddler. No? Thoughtseize, Seize Breaker, Airghast Sire. Takes the Sire, makes sense. We'll have to play the World Breaker next turn then. But we're going to take 10 down to 6, meaning we have to block the Frog with the Breaker. Yeah, we went for the Emrakul line and got punished for it by the Solitude. So unfortunate. Yeah, having a Sire on board here would have been good. Would have stabilized us a bit at least. Draw. Shifting Wood. Unfortunately, we don't have Delirium yet. And go for your blue source. White. Do we crack Sanctum? What for? Sire's in yard. We're gonna have to block the Frog, so I guess we have to do something here. 1, 2. I guess, yeah, we can go Myco Spawn. Okay. I think I have an idea. It's a bit of a Hail Mary, but I think it's correct. Do you have Solitude? You do not. So next turn, we are going to play the Myco Spawn, grab a E-Temp, and then Airgas to try and find Emrakul. We'll be at 2 life. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can make it work. We can make it work. We just need to wheel into the Emrakul, though. And also hope that they don't have a Solitude. Because again, they can pitch 2 to Frog, draw 2. Draw 2 or draw 3 if Quantum Rid. I guess it's draw 2 additional cards plus the 1, yeah. Riddler's kind of a hell of a card. Pass in full, not much I can do. Blue, black, Frog or Rid? Balemerc. Oh, they pick up the Solitude. Picks up Solitude, yep. Solitude, exiles Breaker, gain 5 up to 11. They pitch 1, I lose. Yeah. Yeah, it looks right. Unfortunate. Alright. In that case, let's go to game 2. So they mainly have Solitude as their free spells. I'm not sure if Void Mirror is correct. I'm thinking Dismember, cut the K return, bring in Wastegate Battle Mage, cut Gemstone, cut Rumble, cut an Airgast. Yeah. Wait. Cut. Do I need to cut an Airgast? I guess not. I suppose maybe do keep the Rumble, cut an Airgast, do it like that. Yeah, let's run it back. On the play for game 2, I'll keep. We're looking for probably Myco Spawn. I do worry about a Thoughtseize on 1, but if they're going to Thoughtseize, they're going to take the Rumble. Not the Airgast, I'd imagine. Put it down to 6. Yeah, we'll Surveil. Misty Rainforest, pass. Pause on end step. Gala Shrine tapped, no Thoughtseize on 1. Fetch. Commercial District trigger. No to yard. Draw. Wastegate. Wastegate's decent. I will go Lab in that case. Tuck the Airgast. Cast the Rumble. I suppose in that case I'll grab the Talisman. We can always bring back the World Breaker later. Talisman and cast Talisman. Pass. Hold Dismember for the Felia. 2. White Orchid hits Lab. Yeah, White Orchid definitely has come back into the picture. That is unfortunate. I will... Should we Dismember that? Probably. Otherwise, they will flicker it later. Airgast. We would need 6 mana. Alright, well in that case, we'll play the E-Temp. We'll cast Wastegate. I'll pass and pass. Though in retrospect, maybe playing the Sanctum would have been right. In case they have a second White Orchid. Draw. Rumble. So we can play the Sanctum. It would be 6 mana. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exactly. I mean, we could go for it, but we get absolutely wrecked by a Solitude. Let's go to combat first. Swing for 2. Down to 18, Sanctum. Sacrifice. Red, red, 2. Sanctum first, Airgas second, always yield. Fetch Mars Flats. Do you have Consign? There's Consign to memory. Yes. Alright, always yield. And always yield. Pass in full. And no body either. We'll have the Rumble next turn then, unless they Thought Seize me. Yeah, that's the one downside of Airgas. Sometimes you go for it and you just get nothing for it, but I guess we wouldn't be able to play the 7-mana value spell anyways. You could have rumbled and called it 3 and 4. Witch Blessed? Witch Enchanter? Yep, pop. So no second red source. Draw. I will cast Rumble. There's the Myco spawn. We'll play the Myco spawn. Do I cast it now? I think so. Always yield. What do we have in yard? We have an Airghast. I think we go for a Shifting Woodland then. No, I go for Shifting Wood. And pass. That way we can play Airghast, we can play World Breaker, etc. Thoughtseize hits Wasescape. Yep. The next turn we can start attacking down their life total in the air, unless they have a Solitude. Or White Orchid Phantom. Riddler, draw 1. Ephem, draw 3. Ridiculous card. The fact that's also a 4/6 body is nutty. Riddler, warp, and draw. Question of the day, do you have Solitude? We will grab Airghast. Yeah. Go to combat. Attack. Down to 4. Windswept Teeth and pass. Ephem. Ephem the Quantum Rid. Yep, draw a card. Overlord the Balemerc. They'll pick up the White Orchid Phantom, so that way they can get rid of the Shifting Woodland. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I will say yes. Grab the Forest. Do I still have Stomping Ground? I do. Rude as hell. Witch Bless tapped. No attacks. End step. Fetch. For Stomping Ground tapped. And draw. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw. Sprawl. Well, that's not what I wanted. I suppose we'll go red. And no attacks. We can bring back World Breaker next turn. Trigger Sanctum, go for Emrakul that way. Attack 6, down to 7. Okay, end step. Or turn World Breaker 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Return World Breaker. So 1, 2, 3, Sack the forest? Bit skeptical to do so, but I think I have to. And draw. Another sprawl. More red. And I suppose at this point, I mean, I should attack. If they have the Ephem, though, then SL, regardless, they would have played it. So they could still have the Solitude. So I think it's still correct to attack here, question mark. Now let's do this. Sanctum, Worldbreaker, Exile, always yield. And consign to memory. That is consigned to memory. We'll pass in full. So in that case, we have to hold back the Myco spawn, lest we die on the crackback. Yes. End step. Felia, and we die regardless, concede. Yeah, Riddler's a hell of a card. It is a hell of a card indeed. Alright. Well, we'll be back for match number 5. Alright, we're back for match 5. On the draw for game 1. We're looking at an Ice Till on 3, K Command X2 on 2. White, pass, Rumble, Sprawl, green or for red? We'll go for green here, and pass. And pass. Could this be mono white land destruction? If it is, the Ice Till is going to do work. What else would play? I was right. Ghost Quarter. Jesus. Okay. ES, Forest. So yeah, Ice Till will do work here. Draw. I don't want to play my Temple, but I think it's correct to do so here. Temple, Talisman, Sprawl. Green. Yes, just in case they find a way to pop my Talisman and my Sprawl. Yeah, we'll go green. We'll pass. And next turn we have Ice Till. Pass. They do play Solitude, they do play Path, so I'll keep that in mind. We'll also want to probably K command out that. Jesus Christ, another Ghost Quarter. Yes. We need an untapped land. Draw. Thank God. Shock. Ice Till. Screw you, opponent. I have land recursion. As long as they don't have a Solitude path, we're fine. But even still, we get a land back. We mill. Path. I'll just shuffle for the sake of shuffling. And pass. Having 2 freaking Ghost Quarters in hand. Jesus. Field of Ruin. That's fine. Draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're short 1. So in that case, I'm going to start by going Rumble. I'm looking for Temple. No Temple, but we did find an Emrakul. We'll grab the Emrakul. 4 types in yard. Bajukabog, target you. No Ghost Quarters from grave. And hold K command 4, 5, 6. We'll say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Land, field. And field. In response, float. Fail to find. It is a must, not a may, hence we wait for the K return. And then K return, ramp scry draw. They can't reprieve this, so we will sack the spawn. X equals 3. So I'm gonna have 6 types in yard. It looks like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm thinking we go top, top, and draw. All right. So now we can gain perfect knowledge. How does this read? Sacrifice this land to start non-basic land and opponent controls. Rude. It does say target opponent controls. Again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15. So I will rumble first. Rumble. Shifting Woodland. Emrakul. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll yield. And then yield. How do you want to proceed? Bunch of scoops. Okay. This is land destruction. Normally, this would be a pretty bad matchup, but I think with the Ice Tills will be fine. Cut the K returns. Bring in flutes. Maybe dismembers. No, I think that's probably fine. Just the flutes. We do have to worry about if this has Karn. Yeah, that would be the one thing to think and worry about, I suppose. I know they run Solitudes, I know they run Reprieves, so we do need to be mindful of that when we're going for the Emrakul lines. This hand's a bit meh. Yeah. Like, we go Mr. Reinforce, Fetch, Surveil, and we'll keep it. Pass. Turn 1. And draw. Okay, there's Lab. Pause on end step. Field of Ruin, fine. I'm just gonna take it slow. And fetch. Surveil, non-basic. Surveil, rumble top. Shock. Rumble. Reprieve. That's fine. Pass. Next turn we can hold up a K command X2 if we need or want. You could field now if you really want as well, but we're specifically grabbing our non-basics. And draw. There's E-temp. More or less is bait, but that's actually kind of okay with the K commands. E-temp, pass. Want to dig here. Target, float, forest, K command, ramp scry draw, and done. Another K command, think drop the sire, drop the sprawl, top the K command and draw, and pass. And hold. They have blues. They could have consign, but they didn't play it, so not in hand at least. Interesting. I haven't seen them play blue before. But makes sense. Blue is probably an easy splash for consign. They do play Karn here. That would be a bit troublesome, admittedly. 3. Teferi Time Raveler. Sure. You try and bounce a spawn? In response, no draw for you. Demo field, that's fine. So next turn we can cast the World Breaker. Yeah, let's do that. Tuck Airghast. Let's exile the demo field. And now we have a body on board. Attack down Tef. Tef plus. Ghost Quarters Lab. Yep. I'll grab another forest. We are out of color sources, so we can't K command, which is a bit annoying, admittedly. Draw. Go to combat. Attack Tef. Path. Rude. Yes. Forest. End step. Gemstone Caverns. Let's start with Rumble. There's Ice Till. And I think we go Ice Till over Emrakul. Play Gemstone. Cast Ice Till. Do you have a reprieve? Play Eldrazi Temple. Trigger, mill a card. Another Ice Till in yard. And at that point, we'll pass. And pass. A lot of good your land destruction is going to do if this Ice Till sticks on board, friend. Plays a plains. Okay. Three. Emergency eject. Rude. Draw. Airghast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could very well just cast the Airghast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. Yeah, we could. Do I want to? Not really, to be completely honest. Let's start with Rumble. There's a Sire 7th, there's a Myco Spawn. Let's go Myco Spawn. Miko Spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's do this. Miko Spawn. Kick. We have Sanctum. Is Sanctum in yard? It is. In that case, grab a Shifting Woodland. Yeah, we'll grab a Shifting Wood. I will play Stomping Grounds tapped, and then pass, and pass. Because I don't really want to ship my hand right now. The Shifting Woodlands is nice, though, because then we can grab Ice Till, play more lands, basically just say, screw all your land destruction. We can attack to Fairy down to 1, they'll just bounce it. Interesting choice. I mean, we're down to kick it again. Who's the land destruction now, friend? I mean, Eldrazi has always been basically just Ponza at this point. World Breakers, Myco spawns, and Bone scoops it up. We'll take the win against land destruction. Clean 2-0 win right there. Solid stuff. All right. Well, beside that match against Blink, I feel like we played pretty well. I think we could have just made some slightly different choices against Blink in game 1. Maybe playing a bit safer into the blind. But other than that, pretty happy with the performance of the deck. Definitely better than my results earlier in the day, which were less than ideal. But sometimes win some, sometimes lose some, and this time we won more than we lost, which is always good news. With that being said, that there will be the end of today's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback would be much appreciated. For as much that I hope you all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button so we can continue growing this channel. In the meantime, though, if you do want to see these videos recorded live, you can check me out over on Twitch between Mondays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays through Sundays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. In the meantime, though, if you do want to see these videos early, you can do so over my Patreon. With that being said, though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!